Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Vader Games.
All right. 1 2 1 2. We are here. This is Egal Talks Football, Egal TV. Listen, shout out to the sponsor, OK Jersey. You know what it is. You look the promo code, do the damn thing, get what you need. This is the show being hosted by me temporarily, Vader Games. And if you haven't subscribed to Vader Games, go over to Vader Games TV and do the damn thing. But we got a great show for you. We're gonna talk City. We're gonna talk Arsenal, of course. We're gonna talk Liverpool, and if we got any other guests, we're gonna talk about the other ops as well. Tune in, get comfortable, and let me introduce the next guest on the show, which happens to be Rax in the building. Rax, how you doing, man?
Takeover, man. It's a takeover.
We have to
take over this shit. Igal's been riding roughshod over his fan base for too long. We need to take over.
He's got many battles because he's got to battle his fan base. He's got to battle the ops. We're here to deal with everything that we can. We're probably going to be joined. We are joined currently by M. M's living life large after that City win, and then we're going to have Dial joining us shortly.
What's that?
And we got Dial right there. So we got Arsenal repping, United, Liverpool, and City, of course. Where should we start? Where should we start with this conversation?
First of all, Vale, great intro. I love
that. Was a great intro.
I love the little plug-in for Vader Games as well.
Yeah.
Shameless plug,
man. It needs to be done.
Shameless plug.
Criminally underrated. Go catch CIA.
Thank you. Some say I'm the best kept secret on YouTube, but hey, we'll see.
This man.
You shouldn't be laughing that hard, Rax. Listen,
no. It was your greatness. I was in awe of your greatness.
Oh, much appreciated.
It looks like it's freezing on your end, Rax.
No, I literally just got in, so I haven't even had time. But I'm gonna take some time to acclimatize. At home, so.
I don't want to hear about freezing. Do a quick Google check and see what's happening here in Toronto.
No. Toronto. I don't classify Toronto as Toronto is a deep freezer. It's a deep freezer to me. Like literally, as far as I'm concerned, you guys that live there should be Eskimos. You should be Eskimos.
Why do we always have to start the show with you with the violence?
No, it's not violence. I'm being honest.
Toronto is not a deep freeze, and no, we should not be huddled up like Eskimos in Toronto. What are you doing
Vader,
here?
Let me ask you a question. How do you guys do it though?
How do you guys get around?
How do you do it? Because it's like I see stuff and I'm just like,
how do you go to the store? How do you go shopping?
The funny thing is, it's not as severe as it is right now. Typically, it's pretty calm, but right now we're about to go in what they're calling a cold vortex, some type of madness with north winds or whatever.
A vortex, like this is straight out of like Star Trek, Star Wars. Like
Rain has his own. He has his own ice age. He has his own ice age, a mini ice age in and around Toronto.
Look at him. He's easy about it, and he's smiling. I'm like, I will move out of the country. I kid you not. I literally would move.
No, but the snow gets pretty high up there as well, isn't it?
It does.
Yeah. That's another reason. So, us Canadians that have mastered the game of football, we literally have to do that on ice. Our conditions of being prepared for the sports is very tested. We're tested. Our basketball players are bouncing the ball in a deep freeze. Our track runners have to run on ice. Like athletes in Toronto, in particular, Toronto, Canada, they're built different.
What do you mean? Donovan Bailey was not out here running he was not out here running the 100 meters.
Ice. He had to run on ice. Sure. Imagine his training. Brody Surin. Listen, Andre DeGrasse. I'm telling you. Aaron Brown.
You like the Donovan Bailey reference, though, don't you?
I do. I respect that. But this is what makes it so crazy. No, and Igal couldn't deal with the cold. That's why he went over to the UK. He wasn't ready for it. He couldn't deal with this. He's like Dial. He's like, get me out of here. Dial's in Texas. Like we're somewhere warm. Listen.
Bro, we have a cold freeze warning this weekend in Texas. They're telling us.
I don't want to hear about your cold.
No. Hear me out.
It's gonna be 10 degrees.
Let me tell you how we can't even handle the cold in Texas. A few years ago, we had a snowstorm that fell for the first time in Texas in about 50 years.
I remember.
Literally, the power grid went off because it's not designed to handle the cold. All the power grid went off because all the pipes froze.
All right,
people's cars were skidding off the road because nobody knew how to drive on ice.
Yes,
there were so many accidents. I'm just like,
you know what?
Speaking about accidents,
no, it's a good show, bro. What's that show? Ice Truckers.
Yeah.
Guys, we're not
That's
doing
quite
this.
entertaining. You
Okay,
know?
No,
we can do
listen, forget the football. Forget the
forget the
football.
football.
We're not
man.
going to
What's
forget
your
football.
TV
No,
show?
no,
It's
no,
like
no,
TV series.
no.
Yeah,
We
like-
can forget football
Can
when
we
you're
name a
hosting,
colder
Rack.
place than
When
Canada?
you're hosting,
Guys,
when
can we name
Dial's
a
hosting or
closer-
M's
a
hosting,
colder
we're going to bring
place?
it back. Let's bring it back. Let's
Okay.
bring it back.
Can we do like a general? We should do a general
Silence.
interest show, non-football related,
Silence.
once a week or something like that.
100%.
Yeah, we'll do that on international break.
Silence.
Okay, that'd be better than international break for sure.
Yeah, we have to talk ball. We have to talk ball. We've got some important games this weekend. Important games. I'm gonna say this. All right, I'm gonna talk about City first, but we know the majority of the people in the chat, everybody's here because of what's happening with these guys at the bottom. This matchup that's going to be happening between United and Arsenal. Big games, right? I'm going to talk about City briefly, and then we'll move past. I'm going to also talk about Liverpool, and then we'll move past it. City in particular, it's an important game because of the terrible form that we're currently in. It's Wolves. At the end of the day, it's also Wolves. So it can't just be a win. I'm at the point where it can't just let me get the win versus Wolves. I need to see a performance versus one of the worst teams in the Prem right now, and that's where we need to bounce back. I got to stop this slide. I have Wolves to try to fix up for, and then I got the UCL versus Galatasaray that are going to have Ilkay Gundogan, a hero for us, Sane, part of the Centurions, coming back to the grounds where I need to get a result. But that being said, we know at the end of the day, City should expect 3 points, and we move on. We see where that's at. Liverpool, I haven't paid much attention with what's going. Players coming back healthy, player form. I know my man Salah's back. I know you guys scored a few goals, obviously Champions League wise, against a Marseille, which many have said are one of the better teams, obviously in the UCL. A coach, a manager that many are touted as they would want them at their club potentially. Arne Slot, who's wanted out by many Liverpool fans, keeps getting the job done. What did you think of the performance in the UCL?
So I said this after the game on the terrace, right? Like, I'm one of these people that I'm not going to get too giddy too quickly, and I'm not going to get too down too quickly either. Right? So yes, it was a good win. Yes, it was a good performance. Yes, it was away from home in potentially a bit of a cauldron, but I'm not out here saying that, we're back on track, we're back to where we need to be, where, the only way is up and stuff, because there's been a few false storms this season, and you can't just forget about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
In terms of Arne Slot, I've been very slow compared to some Liverpool fans to declare my allegiance in terms of saying Slot out.
I respect that.
I've been wanting to. But I've been the closest to saying Slot out after we drew at home to Burnley.
Mm-hmm.
That's, that's that's a bare minimum. You got to expect 3 points, and we didn't do enough. So, and no one would be happier than I if we turned it around and we went on a good run. Because look, this season, certainly in terms of the league, it's done. So. We still have Champions League that we can potentially fight for, but almost kind of beyond that, this season is done for us. We need to set ourselves up to put in a very, very strong challenge for next season.
That's a great
point. I think that starts by playing well for the remainder of this season, because if we go into next season with momentum, we bring in a couple of people where maybe a few people, maybe a few people leave. Alisson's end of his contract, and maybe a few people come in.
Alisson's got one more year after this. No,
I think his contract ends at the end of this year. It hasn't really been mentioned very much, but I'm going to go back and double check. But I'm pretty sure his contract expires at the end of this season.
Well, when you speak of seasons, Rax, let me also piggyback on that. When you speak of seasons, many have been asking City fans, is a season over as well? I'm in the same boat where I've seen poor performances. Obviously, the volume of Pep outers has increased. Like it's very loud, based off of
really.
It is very loud.
Wow.
It's kind of like being whispered last season because of the 1-13 run. It's now escalating because for many, it's unacceptable to lose to Bodo Glimt, right? It's unacceptable to, no disrespect to M, but even this United for how we, not the result, but how they played. The City were outplayed against a interim manager and a team that haven't been looking good. So the form needs to turn around. I haven't given up on the season. Some City fans have already given up on the season. I'm still 7 points off, so this is where it's got to remain close. You look at what was invested in your club this season, and I think that's why there's so much pressure on why many wanted Arne Slot out, because look, you were invested with so much, and look how far off you've fallen off. We're two clubs that, if it turns out to not be the season to stop Arsenal, then it's a fix up quick, because what has been invested, what has been patient with the development of Arsenal, doesn't show to be a short window for them to have success, right? So we need to fix up quick to try and stop what momentum they have. Before we move on, because I have to say this quickly. Everybody in the chat, good looking out. If you haven't, hit that like button. And if you're new, you subscribe. Listen, the descriptions or the ads with regards to everybody on this show right now, you can see it on screen. All right, so show support to Dio, show support to M. Rax, he likes to feature. Rax is an expensive feature. To get him on your show, you got to kind of come out of pocket and get him involved, or he just messes with you.
Speak to my people, we can make it happen. Speak to my people, we can make it happen.
Speak to his people. Listen, him being in the penthouse doesn't come cheap. Now, what I want to also emphasize, the importance of these games, we can't dismiss the biggest game of the weekend, and I think this is where the bulk of the conversation is gonna be at. And apologies everybody in the chat, I'm here for another 10, so the hosting duties will fall on to the most neutral on the panel, what happens to be Rax right now. But as we talk about this upcoming game, guys, we talk about the momentum, and this is where I'm being host. Dial, you cannot accuse me of being biased. As host, Arsenal have been looking to be in excellent form in all competitions that they're competing in. All right, the questions of what this manager has not been able to do in the past seems to be answered and erased now. I know it was an unfortunate result that took place versus Liverpool, but again, it wasn't a loss. All right, they're now up against another challenge, an important challenge in United. So before I talk about the team that's top of the league, top of the UCL, still in a semi-final versus Chelsea, and obviously involved in the FA Cup. I don't know if Dio or any of his people are talking what Liverpool fans were arrogantly saying a couple seasons ago with regards to quad chase or quad charge, but they're obviously involved in all competitions. M.
Yes, bro.
Your smile, the smile on your face still makes me sick to this day because of the derby, but you seem to have some confidence with your club. You seem to be seeing some good form. Obviously, the manager was holding you back. How are you feeling going into this important game versus Arsenal?
To be fair, I think it's going to be a close game. I'm confident, but maybe not as confident as I was against you guys. But
shots fired.
Yeah. No, it's just like you said, Ars. I think they've only lost like 2 games this season. We haven't beat them at home in the Premier League since Jesse Lingard done the moonwalk. I'm sure you guys can remember that. Yeah, so it's been quite a long time. Obviously, we beat them in the FA Cup, but that's probably on
still an iconic. That is an iconic celebration.
That is 100%.
Did he moonwalk and millywalk? And
he done no. That was two different occasions. There was one moonwalk, and then yeah.
He did it twice.
He did it twice. That was 2 different occasions. So
see, this is why until Arsenal win one of the big ones, they're still going to be considered a bit of a joke, right? No offense, no offense, but the man came and moonwalked at your stadium after scoring a goal. Come on.
Yeah, that was deep. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, man, I'm confident, but I think it's going to be a close game, man. I spoke with some Arsenal fans. They seem really confident, and I don't know why. All of them are predicting high wins, like 3-1s and 3-0s and stuff like that. So just gonna have to wait and see. But I think it's gonna be a very, very close game.
Do you expect the same setup, maybe player choice wise?
Probably the same setup. They might go with Sesko up top, maybe. But other than that, I think the setup could be the same. You could see Mazraoui start on at right back because he's back from the AFCON over Dallo.
Okay.
But other than that, I think it's going to be the same lineup. De Ligt's still injured. I don't think Kevin or Euro will play, so it'll probably be Maguire, Martinez, 2 centre backs, Shaw left back, Maz right back, and then Kobe, Casemiro, and then Bruno in the midfield again. So it's the same setup.
All right.
But yeah, man, I just hope. I just don't want to concede in like the first half. I think if we score first, it's going to be a long day for Arsenal because they would have to come onto us a little bit more, and that would give us a little bit more space to counter attack. But yeah, man, it's a tough place to go, but I'm confident.
All right, I'm going to apologize before I actually throw the conversation to Dial, because if this was Igal hosting right now, you know he would be bringing out past stats, who scored when, what has been done. I miss the graphs with Igal. When Igal was doing the graphs with Igal, I always enjoyed those segments. But let me ask you, Dial, because I saw you're kind of, actually let me mirror. You're kind of sitting like this, and you're just listening at what M had to say. I saw no reaction from your face. You're like.
It's the confidence. The man has the confidence, eh?
It's not the confidence. It's like every game is important for Arsenal till the end of the season, until we win something. Like for me, that's how I look at the rest of the season. Every single game in the Premier League is going to be a tough game because, again, we've set a precedence for ourselves this season where teams look at us and go, we have to beat you now. Like we've put ourselves in that position, unfortunately. We've not lost at home, so teams coming to the Emirates are like, we have to beat you. So it's going to be a tough game. It's not going to be an easy game for us. Like what we've done for ourselves is put ourselves in a good position on the table, but in a tougher position when we face teams, because they would rather come there and not get beat, which makes it hard for us to play. Again, it's you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Well, that's when you know you've arrived, right? Like, M can speak on this, Rax. Like, that's when you know the club.
I think I would look at it as that's when you know that you're getting better. Until you win something, that's when you've arrived. If you don't win anything with all of this, then you haven't arrived. Do you understand? It's like if you build a house and you don't put no furniture in it, nobody can live in there, right? So, that for me is the way I kind of look at it. So yeah.
Are there any concerns in your life as an Arsenal fan right now? Is there anything that's got you? You know what? I'm not too happy about this, or I got concerns, or is life just? Are you just cruising now?
Again, I'm not expecting my team to be 100% in everything that they do. I'm not expecting us to win every single. Sorry, give me 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah,
sorry, there's a
good.
call.
All right. So while Dial deals with his fans, because I'm sure he's getting a call right now. Well, I'm gonna obviously, and M's busy dealing with.
M's become Mr. Invisible.
Yeah, M had to leave for it. Rax, let's the two of us talk.
Yeah, sorry, I'm back.
Oh, Dial's back. All right. So
yeah, is there anything that concerns me? Yes. I mean, you will always have concerns. We can be better. But then I've noticed the trend this season, which is like if you look at the top 8 teams, in the Champions League, 5 of them are English teams. There's 5 English teams in the top 8, including Chelsea, Newcastle, Liverpool. But in the Premier League, some of these teams are struggling. Why? It tells you that the Premier League is harder now. So I have concerns because any team can come and give you a game.
Yeah, but you got first world problem concerns. You got concerns of I'm top of the league and this is a tougher league, but I'm still above everybody. Like you're kind of
we're finding ways to win, and people try to shit on that at the beginning of the season. Look, again, I'll give you the reason I know that it's not easy is if we had to depend on set pieces, which we've had to this season a lot of times to break teams down. That tells you how hard it is to score. Last season, in all of the whole season, there were 16 0-0 games, 0-0 draw games, all of the whole season. The season before that, it was 11 0-0 games. Right now, we're in January, there's already 17 0-0 draws in this season. That tells you that teams now know how to defend. They don't want to be beaten, so for me, every game is a concern. Every single game is a concern. It's not even about, because we're top of the league or whatever. It's like you can go play against the Burnley and they refuse to allow you beat them and they score 1 goal and they run away with it.
What might concern you with what's got you concerned with United?
With United, their current form, a new manager bounce, even though he's an interim manager. Also, the rivalry between us over the years. I know United and Arsenal have had this thing when it was Sir Alex Ferguson and Wenger days. But that enmity is still there when the two clubs face each other. And that, for me, is a big concern because they are not going to come there and play us. First, they're going to come there and play us like, listen, you're top of the league. We need to topple you over. Secondly, they've got new manager bounce, and they're looking good in the way they're playing. Thirdly, they'll get a lot of courage from the first game of the season, which is they played better than us. We just won by 1-0.
That is true.
They will take courage from that. So I'm not sitting here like, oh yeah, United is going to come, but we're going to run them over. Never. Like, if you look at all those factors, the only thing that I can look at is we built.
No. You're spanking them 3-0. You're spanking them 3-0.
No, we're not spanking them 3-0.
Yeah, keep that energy. You know what happened last time, innit? You know what happened last time. Go on, keep that energy. Go on.
We're not spanking them 3-0.
Em was sitting there patiently, just listening to her, and then
you had to come and just push that button for no reason.
Throwing a grenade in there unnecessarily.
No.
Yeah, I don't think
Don't poke the bear, man. Don't poke the bear.
The only time we will be able to do the only time we'll be able to do that is if they come and play. If they come and play us, if they play openly, that's one thing you've realized about Arsenal this season. If you play openly, you're going to get beat with a high score. But if you play pragmatic football and frustrate us, you might get caught open by a set piece, 1-0, 2-1 type of thing. Because again, it's not like we're not conceding goals. It's not like we're not.
This is why, Dial. This is why I asked the question of M earlier if he's expecting the same or very close to the same 11 playing versus Arsenal, because I think how they set up versus City, they could probably mirror that, tweak it obviously because it's a different team in Arsenal, but that being compact, ready to catch you guys on the counter, I think that's probably going to be their system. But you guys are better equipped than we are.
Are you really? Hey, Vader, are we skipping over City's problems? Or are you just going straight to Arsenal, Man United?
Hey man, you're late. We talked about City's problem. You shut up on time.
Say a word. Vader's in charge, and it turns into a 2-minute segment.
I was slightly thinking that we didn't even touch about it on the Champions League game. He spoke about Pep for a little bit, and then
what do you want to know? Because you got me. You got me for.
No mention of Bodo. No mention of anything.
I was gonna say because you did say some of the Pep's coming under some pressure. But I was just gonna say, are you confident in him?
Winners aren't easy. Like a manager to win the Prem, it's not easy, and that's why I was kind of taken back when Liverpool fans were so quick with regards to Slot, and I'm the same way when it comes to Pep. Like, yes, he had an off season last year, but even circumstance-wise, these players aren't robots. To try to go back to the well for a 5th time, I knew it was going to be difficult. How we won 1-13, had issues defensively, player injuries, all that kind of stuff. This season in particular, not being able to be better than this Arsenal, I'm not crazy at being overly critical of the manager, because it's been years now where Arsenal have invested, and they've gone to the point where they're kind of locked in, and they're the most hungry, honestly, of all clubs, and they should be, right? Like Rax and Liverpool, they were able to win their 2nd Prem, and they fell off unexpectedly because of the investment. City, again, to not be at it to match what Arsenal are doing for another 7th in 9 years, I think it would be a challenge in itself. But no one's gonna want to hear me talk about injuries at City. No one's gonna want to hear me talk about Pep maybe falling off with regards to being up to speed with the tactics that are being executed right now.
Hold on, you said Arsenal invested. Arsenal invested. You've invested 500 million in the last year. Like, literally, what are we talking about?
Investment is not just financial. Investment is not just financially. You've invested 6 years in Mikel Arteta.
I agree.
Thank you.
Listen, but you've invested 10 years in Pep Guardiola.
It's 7 now, bro.
6 years.
But the return on that investment, the return on that investment is unmatched.
No, but we're not talking about
the ROI is double digits.
He's tripled my return on investment. What are we doing?
What you're doing is a different conversation. I'm saying for this season, I'm not going to give any excuses, right? For Mikel Arteta last season or the season before. No excuse for him. He failed, but we kept him. You had a successful manager, you invested again, and the fact that you invested, you should expect more from him, is all I'm saying. He's the greatest manager. He's the greatest manager of the last 15 years that I have seen of this generation. And you cannot have the greatest manager, have the best goal scorer of this generation that we have seen so far.
I think what are we doing here?
Bro, to add to that,
I don't think Dio, I don't think you were listening to what I was saying.
Let me.
I can allow him a season or two off though.
I'm not.
What
I'm saying.
I just think he's failed a rebuild. That's what I think. I think he's failed.
I think the club has failed him though. I think the club has failed him over the last few years of not actually stocking the right type of players, bringing in people like Kovacic and Mateus Nunes at the time.
Coaches help us win a 4P.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the club. You know, I think Pep does have.
That was a short-term fix. Like they didn't help him look long-term, and I think that's on your club.
Where is Kovacic? But did Kovacic leave?
But if I have to,
he's injured.
If I have to basically analyze the way City is this season, remember I talked about the Champions League earlier when I said teams that are struggling in the Premier League are actually doing well in the Champions League, except Manchester City. Like if you look, so my point is, not only are you struggling in the Premier League, you're struggling in the Champions League where teams play a different type of football. So something is definitely wrong at Manchester City. Liverpool is struggling in the Premier League, but they're thriving in the Champions League. They're beating. I think
what we're seeing is clubs aren't able to do it
Newcastle,
on both ends.
Okay, Newcastle is struggling in the Premier League, but Newcastle is doing okay in the Champions League. Chelsea is wobbly in the Premier League, but they're doing okay in the Champions League.
Yeah. So
my point is, for you, you're struggling on both ends. So something is wrong. I'm struggling
on both ends.
You're struggling in the Premier League and in the Champions League. You're losing games.
Okay. If I'm struggling in the Premier League, the only team that's not struggling is Arsenal.
When I mean you're struggling, I'm saying when I mean you're struggling, I'm not saying you're bad. I'm saying like if games, there's a lot of games that you should win that you're struggling to win in. I'm talking about your form, the way the players are playing. Like I'm not saying that you are, and even the games, some of the games you've won, you're like, all right, man,
man, big up,
we kind of just won. Like you said earlier, Vader, I'm not dissing you guys. I'm not bantering you. You said earlier, like Wolves is a team that you want to beat, but you want to see the performance is what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that struggle is the performance struggle is what I'm talking about. So again,
and the reason why, and again, I played the sad music. I'm not going to play it again. The reason why is my club, not wasting any time, went into the market and said, you know what, we're not getting additional scorers. We went and got Semenyo. My club also realized we had an injury to Josko Gvardiol, who's been tremendous, by the way, ever since he was signed. He's injured and the season's out. We don't have him. So understanding
he's out for the season, is he?
Yeah, if he comes back, it's going to be late. It's going to be late April, maybe early May. So he's going
to be back for the World Cup. Vader, I just want to say one thing about City because I don't know how long my internet's going to last. Basically, I'm looking at City and I'm seeing a wounded animal. I don't see somebody who's serious about competing on all fronts like they used to. With the injuries that you have, plus the vulnerabilities that Erling Haaland being your main goal scorer and nobody else really stepping up at times is concerning. Like I'm not calling out every individual. Doku's been one of your better performing players, but end product wise, he only has one goal in the Premier League, man. That's concerning.
That's the
no, I mean it's always very convenient to bring up his goal scoring with regards to the Prem, but we've got players that obviously in all competitions have contributed goal scoring. They do need to fix up with regards to the Premier League, and that's why I did. Us going out and get Semenyo, we're addressing what we're lacking. We also went into the market and we got Gehi because we're lacking defensively. And it's not only these aren't band-aid fixes. Both players are young in terms of, you know what, they're going to be here for years to come, and both players are going to be here beyond just a season or two, and most likely beyond Pep. So the club are making preparations to be in contention again. And the reason why I wanted, and I was talking about investment earlier, the investment wasn't a slight. I hopefully Dio didn't take it as a slight. The investment
No, I didn't take it as a slight.
Season after season, Arsenal have built. They've built to the point where they've now gotten to the point where they are challenging from a strong position in terms of having this league won. And it takes some time.
Hey, Vader,
we're
going to talk about Arsenal and Man United in a second, and I'm going to have to jump off the screen, but I just want to ask you one question. Are you worried about Wolves on the weekend?
No, I'm not worried about Wolves on the weekend. I'm not worried about Wolves.
Look at I you know what? Listen, I just want to say something to Vita, bro. Listen. Vita, bro. What are you saying, man? There you go.
Yeah, I'm good. What are you saying?
Bro, Vita's my guy.
Vita, you didn't even give Ahmed a proper intro, man.
I didn't even bring it to the stage. Egal did, and now there's like 2 Arsenal fans and two United fans. I figured the conversation is going to be amongst those
in the
guys.
screen, bro. You need to put me there, innit? That's where you need to be putting me. Not out here. Yeah, and M's as well. Put us both there. Do you get me?
Listen, Egal knew this.
Listen, all I'm saying is,
Go ahead, Ahmed, because I do have to drop.
Who let Marouane Fellaini in? Who let Marouane Fellaini?
Listen, yeah, Fellaini, yeah. great plan B, innit? Yeah, big up Fellaini. Like I said,
Big up Fellaini each and every time.
Listen, Veta, obviously Veta's my guy, but bro, you're looking stressed, man. Like your team is cooked. Every single time that I see Man City, have a bit of adversity, it's always throw cash in it, throw money. Like I don't know, man. It's just I don't know with Man City.
That's what we do in United, Ahmed. That's what we do. You know that.
Nah, but bro, come on. Sometimes you need to mix things up a little bit, bro. Do you get me?
Hey, you guys showed us how to spend, so we're following that blueprint.
We need to start seeing some coaching, mate. We need to start seeing some coaching from that manager you got.
If anyone are still doubting whether Pep coaches, I don't know. Ahmed, go back. I preferred Ahmed with the glasses. This Ahmed with the contacts, he's not seeing clearly. But guys, I do have to drop. Bless. I do have to.
Vado, before you go, I just. Okay, go on. All right, get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here.
Love to the little one. Love to the little one.
Get out of here. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, loser.
Listen,
bro. No, but again, I look at City and
guys, let's get on to the big game. And in case anyone's wondering why I can't be on screen, my internet's trash today.
Water is wet, innit? Is it? Internet's always trash, man. Come on now.
Yeah, you sound like you're in the sticks, bro.
Yeah. Every game for me is going to be big this season. I don't care what people say. I think there's this narrative where they're just trying to label like, oh, now it's United. That's your big test. No. Every game is big because we haven't won a trophy yet. We haven't won the league with this team. So every game is big for me. It's going to be a tough game, like I said. I think that United are coming in with a lot of confidence off the back of first game of the season where they played better than us and we just won by luck by getting that one goal. Again, their new manager bounced, like I said, with Carrick, and the way the players are playing for this team. And again, there's that animosity between honey.
Bro, I was gonna say just to add, it's like what you're saying as well. Like I think the pressure will start building more if we get a result, and by a result I mean a draw or a win, and City win, and they bring it back down to like 4 points or 5 points again. You can see the pressure start building up again.
Did we watch obviously I was watching City midweek.
Baby speaks more sense. Great.
I know.
Yeah. That's DNA. That's DNA right there. If my baby speaks more sense, that's DNA right there because she came from our loins, innit?
Okay.
That's a bit graphic, but yeah, sure.
I
was just going to say I wasn't expecting to speak about Dio's loins on Friday evening, but life comes at you in different ways. So the one thing I'll just say is obviously it is, yeah, absolutely. It's a big game, obviously. The one thing just on a slight deviation, City, as a transition. We watched them versus Bodo. City have issues. And this is a good game for United. It's kind of a free swing. It is kind of a free swing for United in as much as, anything from this game. Like the fans might go into the game thinking they can get a result, but a result is not expected at this point. Do you know what I mean? So it is a free swing. Carrick's, he sets up well in big games. He's tactically always pretty solid. I think this is a very interesting game because the one thing that United have that I think will help them a lot is good intensity in the right moments. And I think Arsenal's a team that if you play them, you have to have really good intensity when you play through the game. United have got enough technical quality to cause them problems. And I do think Arsenal have been caught on the counter more over the last few weeks than they have in, earlier in the season. And when you see the Rices, the Zubamendis, they're going to get tired. United are playing one game a week, stuff like that.
Jay, Carrick's beat Arteta already, right? 3-2 last year.
He's
is that when Ronaldo bagged the brace? 3-2.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest here. Obviously, I'm happy with the City win. I'm going to be a bit more like, I'll be real, bro. This game that I'm coming against Arsenal, if someone said to me, "Are you taking a draw?" Absolutely, I'd take a draw. With them lot, yeah, I don't think the space that Man City gave us, especially with how we utilised on the counter, in it with Mbeumo, you had the Ahmad, and then Bruno played the pass. You had the Kobe Mino and Casemiro, who were solid. You see that space. I don't really see Arsenal giving us that space in it. And on one hand, it's at their ground. They've not really lost there. It's a bit, like it's a bit of a sticky one, bro. Like, do you get me? Like, I don't really want to go to Arsenal and then just sit back and then try and contain it for a full 90 minutes, because eventually they're going to score in it, whether that be a long shot, whether that was opening up our defense, whether that be from a set piece. So I look at that Liverpool game. Yeah, I look at that Liverpool game, second half. I look at how Liverpool played in the second half against Arsenal, and I even look at the second half that Villa played when you played them the first time when they beat you 2-1. I think we just need to stick it on them a little bit, yeah, and don't be too complacent and don't be a bit naive, because we have to be clinical. I've seen games against Arsenal, even that Bayern Munich game, where Arsenal don't really have to be the better side on the night, yeah, because they can still get a goal. You got to understand that. And so with us, yeah, not only we have to play a 10 out of 10 game, a 10 out of 10, clinical, defend every single weapon that they've got. Obviously, it sounds like common sense, in it, but I don't know, man. I don't really see
because again, I totally understand when people are saying things like, it's good. Like I said, it's going to be a tough game. I'm not trying to sound like, but at the Emirates, we haven't lost this season. We haven't lost the game at the Emirates this season. That puts a kind of psychology in players and the group themselves. Like, listen, this is our fortress. So yes, United is in good form. You just picked up that good form. You just recently picked up that good form with your new manager that just came in. So the idea that, oh, you know what, because and this is just addressing United fans I've seen online saying things like, oh, with the way we played against City, the City that everybody has been calling poor this season because they've been doing badly for the last few games. So of course you could get a result against the City. But then you're coming up against an Arsenal that has been consistent.
You're being disingenerous, though.
No. I'm saying
that wasn't just a result.
Listen. I'm saying
I think that was the most XG that Pep's ever faced in his career.
Listen, let me see. You won City fair and square. You were the better team. We all saw that. What I'm just having a conversation saying you got a good result against City. I'm just using those words.
Did you beat
City? I don't have to say batter out there or you didn't bat. Like, I'm not bantering them. I'm just talking about what happened. You won against City because you set up well, but because you also went up against the City that opened up, and gave you guys a chance to do what you could do with how Carrick set you up. Against Arsenal at the Emirates, where we haven't lost the game, we've lost one game in the last 33 games. I think
we've done it before.
In all competitions. I'm not saying you haven't. I'm just saying that's why it's going to be a tough game. I'm not putting you down. I'm saying that's why it's going to be a tough game. So when anybody says, "Oh yeah, Man City is a free swing," or they can come here and just get the result,
Dio, who's your left back?
Maybe not at the Emirates.
Dio, who's the left back that you've been playing recently? Who's your left back?
We've played between since Nkapi has been injured and Calafiori, we've played Mars Lewis Skelly.
We played Timber or Calafiori. Yeah, we should be cooking that right hand side, isn't it?
We've played Ben White on the right and played Timber as left back as well, because Timber can play left back. So we played Timber on the left, we played Ben White on the right, we played Gabriel and Mosquera is back now. So again, that's another option that we can also actually throw in somewhere, regardless. That's for the manager to figure out. But we have options in defense. So the idea of, I just think it's going to be a real tough game. I see a 2-1 win for Arsenal because we haven't lost at the Emirates. I think that they would want to continue that form. They would be very disappointed if they lost to a United team after not losing at the Emirates all season in all competitions.
Did you not rest players as well against Inter for this game?
We rested a few players. Yeah, but we're rotating. That's what I expect from my manager. Last season, he wasn't using the bench. Well, we had a lot of injuries, but still, he could have used other players. That's how he ran Bukayo Saka into the ground with a hamstring injury. That's why we ran a lot of our players into the ground with injury. But now we're rotating, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy that we could play Inter and put players off the bench. Eze started. We started without Gabriel in defense, for Inter. And we did what we did at the San Siro. So players have rested. And when people say, United are playing one game a week, I'm happy that we have a big squad where we could rest players during the week against Inter so that our players that will play against you have also rested. Right? So they have also rested. It's not like, they've just finished the game and they're coming to play you now. So yeah, that's a good thing for me. Yeah.
I'll be real in it. When
we rested Declan Rice as well. So a lot of our key players that are going to play against you actually have had good time to rest as well. Go on.
No, for me with Arsenal, yeah, I'm not like afraid of the front three in particular. In it, it's more the centre backs, bro. Like especially the ones that can chip in. Like I said, in it, like from headers, and whether that be a throw in, whether that be a corner, whether that be a cross into the box from either side, it's just being able to deal with it. You've seen Lissandro Martinez, like he's come into the team, he's faced against Voltemada, locked him down. He's faced Erling Haaland, locked him down, light work. I'm not really scared of if they played like a Gyökeres, for instance. So we have to set ourselves similarly to how Liverpool did in the second half against them, because they were the better side. But what Liverpool was lacking was the attacking threat. Frimpong and Gakpo and all these guys, in terms of creativity, they had nothing. We've also got the Mbeuemos, the Amads, and what's his name? Cunha, whether he's going to start or not. So we've got some players that can do something out of nothing. It's just being clinical. That's it. That's my issue. And if we can get the first goal, first half, that'll be amazing. But I'm a bit... I'm still a bit wary in it. Now, because the thing is, bro, obviously I want to come here with chest here, but the thing is with Arsenal here, they're just a pain in the arse to play against.
You said it well. We've
been consistent this season, and that's
they can win playing bad. They can win playing bad, bro. They can win playing bad. They don't have to turn up to win.
And that's the bottom line of every game right now, because when teams like Chelsea did it in 04-05, where they didn't have to look amazing to win, but they won the games. It's about the 3 points. And that for me is the key thing. No, that's a good thing. I'm giving you praise. I'm not dissing your team. Everything is not banter. Everything is not banter. I'm literally saying that.
What is a breadfruit?
What is a breadfruit, man? I need to know what a breadfruit is.
I know what I don't know, like fruit bread. Is like fruit with bread in it.
Just ignore that.
Like bread with fruit in it.
Just ignore that, guys. Just ignore that.
Wait, Ems, are you saying we're going to win? Do you reckon we can do this?
Yeah, I'm predicting a win, but I do think it's going to be a close game. But I did say what you said as well.
What's your score prediction?
I'll probably go 2-1 Man United, but it'll be close. But I said if we score first, it could be 3-1. I expect us.
If anyhow, we beat Arsenal.
Did you say 3 if you score first?
Oh man,
if we score first,
it's going to be unbearable.
I just want to say something. I just want to say something to you real quick, Em.
Go on. No, I want you to go. Go on. I want you to go.
The last time Arsenal conceded more than 3 goals was in 2023.
I hear it. Cool, bro.
Hold on. That was 3 years ago. Hold on.
I really don't, bro. We're coming to your
ground.
Hold on. That was 3 years ago. Ever since then, they have tweaked the team to be hard to play against.
Yeah.
If you are predicting a 1-0 and you steal it and you run away, I could say maybe something could happen. We were off on the day. You got a 1-0 win. You defended well. You walked out of the Emirates. We haven't to imagine a 3-1 win against Arsenal right now. That's how you're going to get cooked, because you have to play open football to do that. You're going to get cooked if you play open football.
I'm telling you now, if we score first,
one second, guys.
You're not scoring first, though.
You guys trying to say something.
I'm just trying to say, I think Arsenal's going to win 3-1, and I think Man United is going to score and make it like 1-1 after we score, and it's going to be like an even game going into halftime. Second half, we kill them off.
Yeah, that's your prediction. I just think that it's going to be a tough game, and I think we might end up playing the 2-1 win, or even the 2. Like, I would like a clean sheet out there.
What is Arsenal's?
I'm pretty sure that's Igal's prediction for every time they play a big team. Because I'm pretty sure he said something similar when he played Liverpool.
Two things, guys. Two things.
No, I thought.
Why does everybody keep going back to the Liverpool game? We've lost 2 games all season out of 22 games. But if you want to pick a game, against Liverpool, 22 games, we've lost 2 games this season in the Premier League.
Yeah, but
and we're sitting here making.
Yeah, but you ain't deserve to win all of those games, bro. I'll be honest with you. Even at home, when we beat,
that's what happens. We find a way to win. It's not about what you deserve. Nothing is given to you. You find a way to win. Even when you're playing bad, find a way to win. If I play media tomorrow, hold on.
Don't bias. Let's see what Bias got to say.
If I play media against United and I get 3 points, I'll be happy. I don't care.
This is kombucha, please. I'm just covering it up because, you know what I mean, it's kombucha. That's one. 2, bro, we can have different opinions, bro. I don't think it's a lot. These United guys, I told you, they are the scammiest team in the last 5 years.
Wait, Spice. You was here last show and you laughed at me when I predicted a Man United win, bro. When I predicted Man United to beat City, your eyes popped out your head, bro.
No, listen. Hear me out. I've also said at the end of the season, you're going to see United in places and wonder how they got there. I say it every year and ask Rock if it's a lie. I say it every year at the beginning. They're going to be somewhere at the end of the season and we're going to sit here like, how the hell did that happen? two things can be true. I just didn't think you were gonna win the City game. You proved me wrong. Thank you for that. It made my week.
Don't worry, bro. I'll keep continuing to prove you wrong, bro.
It made my weekend. I'm sorry I couldn't come on the stream today. But for me, this game against Arsenal, I think United have nothing to lose. I think they have nothing to lose. I think Arsenal has all the chips to lose because now, not capitalizing last weekend, coming this week, that performance against Inter was lovely to watch, by the way. Lovely with the rotations. I watched the game. I was thoroughly impressed. I can't even front. I was thoroughly impressed. This weekend, it's back to the Prem, and the thing about it is, I just don't want them to go 2 games in a row where they drop points. You see what I'm saying? Because that's when the mentality starts to creep back in. Oh, here we go again. We saw Declan Rice. Oh my God, we're so shit every time. You see what I'm saying? Like he's frustrated with it. So it's all about just kicking on. Let's see if this team can kick on. And yes, this is a poor United team, but at the same time, manage your bounce, especially with these Kiame guys. It's so real. It's not even like it's a foregone conclusion. These guys are going to actually try and do something, which irritates the hell out of me. Luckily, I don't have to play them for another couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? You guys just have to do your thing. And I just think...
You're a Chelsea fan, by the way, Bice.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're rooting for United, I'm assuming, yeah?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. I just think the game is going to be a draw. I think it's going to be like a 2-2 draw.
Absolutely, take it.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
Let's hear from Rack.
First thing I want to say is today's lineup has been pretty epic, huh? I know Vader's not here and Jay's disappeared, but literally everybody's been on this stream. I can't think of any people who are missing. So yeah, big up the boys, man, because we don't all often get together in these numbers. So yeah, it's nice that everyone's here. I mean, I can't want United to win, eh? A draw, maybe. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't really matter to me. I guess just as a neutral, I would like to see a bit of a title race, so a draw would be good. I can't want United to win. And also, United are potentially going to be challenging us for Champions League places and stuff like that. So if United drop points, aside from that, I'm kind of happy. So I'll take a draw.
With Arsenal, yeah. So what are we saying with Arsenal, right? In terms of from defence to midfield to attack, I'm pretty sure if we're going to be rating it from 1 to 3, we're putting the attack as the last one, right? Is that what we're going with?
Yeah,
I'm just saying
again. Let me say this.
I'm assuming it's defense, midfield, then attack.
Let me say something real quick. This whole defense, midfield, attack, Arsenal, you can't. The identity of this Arsenal team is not based on that. We don't have any players with double-digit goals right now this season. This squad, right? Again, the attack is poor. You can say that's the poorest part of our setup. No, agreed. But I'm saying as a whole, as poor as it is, the whole team chips in. We scored 40 goals. City had 5 goals more than us in the Premier League. Only 5 with Erling Haaland and all of the amazing goal scorers that they have on their squad. So my point is, you have to look at the identity and the DNA of every team, right? Arsenal's DNA and identity this season, and even up until last season, is everybody chip in. If you keep trying to think about the attack, I guarantee you Timber is scoring against you. If you keep trying to nullify Saka in the corner, boom, it is again against Inter Milan.
You think Timber's going to score against us?
No, I'm saying that can happen. But look, the 2 shortest players on the Arsenal team scored against Inter Milan from a corner, from a set piece. The 2 shortest players, Trossard back to Gabriel Jesus, over all those top players. Do the maths. My point is there's multiple ways that Arsenal can harm you. I hope that we put it to use. We're not the team that depends right now, which is sad, on our strikers alone. I hope we could have depended on them alone, but we have many ways that we can hurt you. So the idea that you think that Timber has already scored 2 goals or 3 goals this season, like regardless,
hence why
Ben White, who came back from injury, has already scored goals. Arsenal has about over 14 players that have scored 2 or more goals. Our highest goal scorer is Gyökeres and Trossard with 6 apiece. Like, we don't have players that are scoring at high volumes, but we have everybody chipping in. You know,
let me just say this.
You never know who's going to pop you. That's the problem. You know.
Everyone gave their predictions, right?
Yeah.
We got one more big thing to talk about before we finish with Man United. Bro, what is this I'm hearing? Cole Palmer's homesick. He wants to go back to Manchester.
Bryce just broke his plate.
Listen. That's my guy Palmer, in it, bro. Listen, Rack knows, isn't it? Yeah, about me and Cole Palmer, bro.
Yeah, Armin loves it, man.
Bro, Cole Palmer is quality. Like, I know he's been injured, but whether he's going to come to United or not, we're going to probably give about. We need to.
Bryce, he's talking about your goal. Bryce, he's talking about your goal.
Sorry, hold on. Before you go,
listen, yeah, Bryce, I'm going to be real with you. Yeah. The guy's obviously spending a lot of time dealing with Garnacho. It's stressing him out. He's a young lad. We've seen him, yeah. When he got subbed off against United, he was chatting to Kobe Minu, bro. Like, come on now. Listen, it's
he was telling him to come free.
Yeah, free my boy.
It's why I'm vexed that they let Amorim go, because if Amorim stayed, mine would have probably already been at Chelsea.
But like I said, innit? That's why with Palmer, I'm going to be real with you. Yeah, he's on a massive contract. I don't know when it expires. I think it expires in
2030.
Yeah, so Chelsea will demand for at least 130. At least 130 mil they'll be asking for, right? And then with us, we're going to have to sell players, i.e. the Brunos, the Casemiro's already leaving. We're going to probably need to sell players in order to even get that. And with Man United's priorities being holding midfielders, do I see this Palmer thing happening? Not really. Maybe down the line, innit? Like in 2 years or 3 years' time. But as of now, I'll be real, bro. Listen.
Bryce, he's playing the long game, Bryce. He's playing the long game with your goal.
Bro, if you know, yeah. Listen, long distance relationship, yeah. So
let me say this. Ahmed, you're talking about you're talking about money, bro.
You're interested. Stop saying
she's a baller, bro. Listen, I'll be real in it. Listen, Cunha, I like you, but Palmer, yeah, he's just him and Ahmad, yeah. There's obviously dreamland in it, but I take him within a heartbeat, bro. People are very worried about, oh my god, how are we going to replace Bruno? How are we going to replace this guy? Yeah, when these guys are talking like he's R9, of course he's replaceable. There's loads of 10s, yeah, and there's loads of midfielders that we can buy that can do that possession, that can play in that position, yeah, and be better, bro. Do you get me? So it's not all about just numbers.
Ahmed, you guys will get a lot of money this season, regardless of what happens, because you're in the Champions League. You know that right now. If you qualify, no. Let me just again. If you qualify for top 8 at least, because your qualification is 37 million euros, performance is 27 million euros for this first level. Like, you will be walking away with about 80 at least as United if you qualify, right? First and foremost, if you make it to the knockout stage, you still make some money. So I think you guys will have money. And if you want a Cole Palmer, you can strike a deal. You don't have to pay at once. You can space it over 5 years, even if it's 130. If you space it over 5 years, and which is what most teams do whenever there's no team that goes in and pays. Do you think Declan Rice's 100 million was paid on the spot?
Let me ask you something.
So again, it's how you structure the deal with them.
Casemiro is leaving. That's a big. Bro, I'm
big wage bill off your That's
true. The thing is with me, I'm very against us getting rid of Casemiro. I think that's horrendous. That's just me, and I'm a big fan of his, and I believe if you at least try to negotiate with him and put him on a lower wage, the guy's qualities, he brings a lot to the game. People can say that, oh, he's 33, 34. You still need to have that type of player in your team as well as getting.
Yeah, but you also have to think about the future, right? Casemiro is on 300k a week. That's a big wage bill. So if you get rid of a Casemiro and you bring in a younger player who of his ilk as well can grow with the team.
I don't believe there's someone like in his ilk.
No. I'm saying that there's, of course, players are all different. You might never get a player that plays like him. I'm just saying, but someone that can fill that role and do it in their own way and take charge of that position, right? If you bring in a player like that, at a lower wage or even at something similar to what he's earning, I don't think that's a bad idea, because at 34 again, bro, you have to weigh the options. If he gets injured halfway through the season at 34, he could be out. Then you still have to go to the market and get somebody.
With Casemiro, I'll be real. He's been here for this is his 3rd season. He's given us about 2 good seasons, right? He's not really shown any signs of... Huh?
1.5.
Nah, 2, bro, innit? We're closing in on 2, bro.
I mean,
closing in on 2.
You shouldn't wait.
All I'm saying,
it's your team, so
he's one of the last guys to be getting rid of. Because if we now that he's gone, we need at least 2 midfielders. Do you get me? We need 2 to 3. 2 to 3. Because the Casemiro in this team, there isn't a single person that can be able to, anticipate, defend, read the game. He's obviously a threat in the box. He's a big game player too. Getting rid of him right now.
If there's options to replace him, though, is what I'm saying. Again, I'm just saying like
Casemiro is light years ahead of Ruiz.
But what about this, right? Look at it. There's few central defensive midfielders in the game at that level of reading the game. I'm not even gonna say physicality. Reading the game, there's few defensive midfielders in the world at that level. At that level. You're talking 3-4 tops. Right, and I don't. You guys are gonna go to Saudi and try to dig up the Ruben Neves thing all over again. I doubt you guys are gonna even try and.
No, we're not getting Ruben Neves. I don't think so.
Yeah, so I'm like, if I'm thinking about it, I'm looking at what if all of a sudden Tchouaméni is available.
Who?
Tchouaméni.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think Tchouaméni is a good player in it, but like that's still. I mean, I don't.
I think Ahmed, what you're doing is. I rate Casemiro's brain and his ability, right? But there are players that have his ability. Maybe they don't have his brain yet, right? Who can actually step into that position and with experience, a bit of coaching, actually still do. So if Casemiro is giving you 99%, somebody can come in and give you 89%, just 10% less, and over time increase. Casemiro, because of his age, will be on the decline eventually physically. I'm not saying that he's not.
You can't play him the 50.
So you
games a season anymore.
Yeah, you have to wait. You have to weigh those options. That's why for me, looking ahead as a club, right, and saying, all right, if I'm going to keep Casemiro, then I'm going to bring in the younger DM that he can mentor for another one season, right? So that by the time he leaves, this guy has understood that role. He's seen how Casemiro plays. He's also brought his own creativity into it, and then you can then throw that person in. Otherwise, if you're getting rid of him, just get two good midfielders. I think you guys.
The thing is,
because Ahmed, do you remember at the beginning of the season what did I say about United? What did I say to you about your team at the beginning of the season? What did I call you? I called you the dark horse. Our first stream together, I said United is my dark horse this season.
For what? Was that not under Ten Hag?
No, this season in the summer when you guys bought Mbeumo and I said you guys are the dark horse this season to actually qualify for Champions League. And everybody laughed. They said, I said it's either you or Tottenham, but I don't know how Tottenham would do. These are my words in our first stream. You can go check the video.
Oh, I remember that. Obviously, getting rid of Amorim gives us a bit more of a chance in it. And
but you're already climbing up there even with Amorim. I'm
going to be real with you, yeah.
Position with Amorim.
But my thing is right. Where we are right now as a club, we can't be affording to getting rid of like our better players first when there's other players in that team who are worse and not really contributing anything to the same like as Casemiro. Right now, where we are, Man United. Exactly, by the way. Mason Mount has been here for 3 years. 3 years, by the way. This is 70 mil, right?
No,
3 years.
Thanks again for the 70.
Yeah. You're not welcome. You're not welcome. He's been here for 3 seasons, right? He's been here for 3 seasons and he's not really done anything, right? So, Luke Shaw's been here for a while. I just can't wrap my head around. Regardless,
it must be 10 years. Luke Shaw must have been there.
He's a mammoth.
Luke Shaw gets a testimonial.
Luke Shaw is the longest tenured United player.
Yeah. So even if when Dio said bring in a DM, right? But like the thing is, like. Casemiro obviously gives us qualities. He might not.
Dalot's been there a long time as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Dalot's been there since Jose, and Maguire's been there since Oli. Yeah, so yeah, those are probably. And Bruno's been there since Oli as well.
Can you guys see me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm in the car, bro. I was just gonna say, enough about Liverpool, enough about Man United, Arsenal. I want to talk about the Cole Palmer thing. Do you guys honestly think it's gonna happen?
No.
Money talks.
Let me say this. I'm gonna say this. Money talks.
Money talks. Dirty cash, I want you. Dirty cash, I need you.
This is the thing.
Listen, he's a Rudy fan.
If they sell Cole Palmer, they have nothing for this fan base to depend upon. And Jesus, sorry, the Jamaican is taking too much of the kombucha.
There's rumors. There's rumors that Cole Palmer, Enzo, and Caicedo all could be sold for the right price.
So basically, they're best players.
But I told you. All right, this is the thing, Miguel, right? And
that's their spine, isn't it?
Is a witness, and everybody here can probably attest to hearing me say this at least once or twice so far since we've been streaming. They are not interested in winning. Those 2 trophies that we got extended a window for them in which they think they can just be mediocre and flip profits. When you start hearing the Enzos, Caicedos, Reece James, and Cole Palmer's getting frustrated, what they're going to do, because I told you when the news came out 2-3 weeks ago that Chelsea is now looking at Estevao as the central piece. I'm like, Estevao? You just gave Cole Palmer the 10. So that what that tells me is you're already gearing up for, say, like a season or two from now. All of a sudden, we're going to hear Cole Palmer's unhappy. He wants to leave. And then we're sending
Wouldn't surprise me if Estevao or if Madrid copy
Estevao don't leave for the next 3 years.
Listen, I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to be honest.
But for me, just to get this out. Cole Palmer doesn't leave yet because if they sell Cole Palmer yet, if you think those little mini protests are bad,
that's going to rattle the
probably burn down the bridge.
Yeah, it will rattle them 100%. He ain't leaving yet. I actually think, right, honestly speaking, I don't see Palmer leaving in the next 1 to 2 years. I don't really see that happening. I think maybe he, how old is he now, by the way? But he's 23, yeah?
Yeah, 23. I think by 25, 26, he wants
mid-20s. I reckon end of next season, there's going to be there'll be a reckoning.
If we don't win something between now and the end of next season, guys, you see PSG's already rumored to be lining up 160 for Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah.
So
they offered you 120 for Cole Palmer in the summer. You rejected it.
See what I mean? For guys, the only thing that saved us is we won the Conference League and we won the Club World Cup. If these guys are in a team and they're not winning, especially Enzo Fernandez and Cole Palmer, they're gone.
I got another question for you guys. What do you guys think about the whole Van de Ven Liverpool saying, forget about Gahey, we're going to go get Van de Ven, and Van de Ven has already requested to leave Tottenham at the end of the year.
What can we say, man? It's the history of the Tottenham. Bro.
He was linked to me 2 weeks ago.
You know this thing that you're saying about Chelsea. Before you jump to Van der Ven and all that, before we switch topics, this thing that you're saying about Chelsea, right? I feel like if you guys don't qualify for Champions League this season, if you don't, right, a lot of your top players are not going to get their bonus because of your salary structure, which is the 150 cap, and then you get a bonus if you qualify. And if these guys don't get their bonuses because they did not qualify, which means they might end up playing either Europa or Conference again, it becomes a problem with the caliber of players that you have. It becomes a problem because now they're looking at people who are earning more than them in other clubs and are not even qualifying for Champions League as well. It's like there's somebody earning 165, 185 in another club, and then they have to earn 150, qualify for Champions League. And the way the club is bringing in like a manager like Rosinha, who I'm not saying he's bad. I just haven't seen, I think he has a lot to do to be able to, get this team to where it's supposed to be. So
I don't see the only game I literally saw something different from what Maresca has done is the Coventry game. That's the only thing where I could see a tangible, intentional difference in shape, how we play. The only thing now, it looks like what Poch used to do. It's fast paced, it's ball going here. There's no serious moments of control in the game. For me, with Rosinha, the thing is, and he can deny it as much, and I know he'll never come out and say it. The things he's willing to accept, certain managers, i.e. Enzo Maresca, i.e. Luis Enrique, Xabi Alonso, these guys, they are not willing to accept. The level of control that these owners want to have is ridiculous. No manager worth their stock. And I heard Liam say when he came in, I'm the one that's going to be making decisions. And I tweeted it right then and there. I said, well, enjoy your 18 months, pal. Because you earn a certain amount of credibility. That's exactly when they're going to try and keep you humble. Because now you know what you're talking about. You've earned a level of success. They're going to limit you. Look, we're already in for a centre-back. What did they tell Maresca at the beginning of the season? We're not signing any players until the summer. We're linked to a 20-year-old for 60-something million. Huh?
They brought back the Sassy.
they told Maresca he shouldn't play another game for Chelsea. I'm telling you, they brought Rosinha in, and now they have to go back on what they said because Rosinha's in, so you have to give him something. Why are you going to give him another 20-year-old centre-back for 60-something million? Anselmino's at Dortmund. Dortmund want to buy him because he's so good. Mamadou Sarr just won AFCON. Or bring them back. Keep that money for somebody with experience in the summer, like a Bastoni who's 26, going on 27.
He ain't all
after the World
that.
Cup.
He ain't all
But
that.
they won't do
Yeah,
that
but
because
Igal, it's not about him being all that. It's also about having that level of
it's not
experience
about
with the
all
young
that.
players around
Thank
you.
you.
That's called a balance. It's not about. You see, I think we've polarized football to the point where we're like, if the player is not a star player and comes in and does magic, no. Sometimes all you need is an experienced person with the talented young kids around him to balance that squad and actually give them the
he's around the same age. He's going to be 27. He's going on 27.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to hijack this, but I wanted to move on because I feel like I want to get Rack a little involved with the Liverpool section. Rack, what are you saying, man? Robertson, your club legend, it seems like he might be headed to Tottenham, and you guys could end up hijacking. You guys could end up getting what do you call it? Van de Ven coming the other way in the summer.
Look, Van de Ven's a good defender. He's got exceptional pace, and I wouldn't be unhappy with his signing. The question with him is his injuries. But if he can get over his injuries, then I think he'd be a good. He'd contribute well at Liverpool. So no issues there. And similarly, like Robertson, club legend, won it all, great player, but coming towards the end of his career, and he's out of contract at the end of the year. I'd like to see him stay, to be honest, until the end of the season, so he gets a proper send off. And losing him in especially when Kirkes. He's done okay, right? But, I still think he needs more time if he's ever going to get there at all. So it doesn't make sense for me to get rid of Robertson. So, yeah. But
you would keep Robertson?
Until the end of the season, yeah. His contract runs until the end of the season. I want to give him a proper send-off.
That's why Liverpool's probably trying to get some money back.
But the thing is,
to be honest, I don't know how much money we're talking. $1 million or two?
I don't think Liverpool have the left-back depth to at least either. Try to run that risk before the end of the season.
Yeah, unless we're bringing somebody else in. But I mean,
this could be a sweetener for Van de Ven in the summer.
But I mean, I get that, but at the same time,
if the player's coming, he's going to come. I don't think Robertson going there is going to make much difference one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, like centre back and having only one left back in the club is poor. I don't even think there's an academy left back that they've used so far. So it's like getting rid of Robertson and not giving the ability. Listen, with Liverpool's different from other clubs in the sense that outside of Problemani, sorry, Rack, they'll give these guys a proper send-off. Like they actually care to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they let him go before summer because.
Hey, would you take Trent back?
Liverpool?
Yeah.
Oh, you speak to me? Yeah, I would. Yeah.
100%.
Because Real Madrid, they might be looking to move off from him.
I doubt that, man.
I mean, I mean, until we hear something more concrete, I don't know. But
like all of these speculations, though, like for me, I think every club has people in there that know exactly what they're doing. And you guys, you will keep Robertson till the end of the season. I would keep Robertson till the end of the season because it doesn't make sense. Just like what Bice said, to have just one left back. Even though
any club, if Trent is available. Every club should be interested. Every club should be interested in him.
Anyways, who are you playing this weekend?
Liverpool.
I'm talking to you, Rock.
Who are we playing?
They're playing Bournemouth. I think they're playing Bournemouth.
I don't know.
Score prediction?
Okay.
No, they're playing Bournemouth.
Away, right? I think we played them at home this season.
I wish I had
2-1 to Liverpool.
Bice?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same 2-1.
Bournemouth.
Who you playing?
Me?
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace, I believe, yeah.
Oh, that club is finished.
Yeah, with all the chaos that's going on there, I don't see them getting a result. I think we win probably.
They lost their captain, their best player, and now their best striker.
He's gone.
he's gonna be headed to either Juventus or somewhere else.
I heard he said he wants to leave, but
Bro,
at the same time,
he's the lowest paid starter.
my thing is this, right? He's the lowest paid starter for a reason. I don't want to hear. Renew your contract after you have the good season. That's on him. My thing with him is this. Seeing all these players go, I get the frustration of wanting to play for somewhere where you have a chance to play for something. But leaving Glasgow with nothing after what he's done for you as a club, that doesn't sit right.
He said he's leaving at the end of the year. They don't care.
No, but at the same time, what's he gonna do now? It reminds me of when they had Vieira and they just fired him.
They're gonna replenish. Palace will be back. Palace will be back.
Palace will never be back. This was the window. They'll never be back. They were never there.
Never.
They'll never.
I know, but again, see, I think we're underestimating.
Am I lying? The last time Palace had hype like this, Johan Kabay was there. And they brought Maximilian Meyer from Schalke. Remember?
Yeah. We remember that.
Palace. I mean, what they've done this season to the team has. I mean, for me, I just think like if you run a club and you run it that way, then you've chosen money over everything else. Literally, like over the balance of how the club should be run. You get rid of all your best players. You give your manager nothing to work with. I mean, if your striker is saying he wants to leave because he's the lowest paid, then you should just sit him at the table and say, all right, let's renegotiate your salary. Arsenal did that for Trossard. We just renegotiated his salary without actually increasing the term of the contract. Like
we'll
you
talk
don't have
about,
So it's about how you run the business side of it. It's poorly run. That's just a poor way of running the club.
Guys, I'm gonna have to end it off here. I'm just gonna say thank you everyone for joining. This has been a hectic show. Shout out to Rack for calling it out. All the men joined in at some point. It was nice to see everybody. And you know what? I appreciate you guys holding it down for me while I'm having
The irony is, Igal, the only person we didn't get to see is you.
No, you can see me. I'm just not in the best place.
Jumped in the whip, Rack. You jumped in the whip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys have a good day, guys. I'll catch you later. And Ahmed, hopefully after Man United get their ass whooped, you don't go hiding. Don't know.